Big Jim, it is Stacy Lee. It's your Tuesday, 7:39, and all morning long, people were wondering, well, who we're going to call, and, well, none other than Ray Parker Jr. Let's welcome him to the show. How are you, sir?
I am doing absolutely fabulous, especially this week, and thanks so much for having me on.
Well, thank you for letting us have you on the show. I mean, it's an honor.
Yeah.
So the reboot of Ghostbusters, and of course it brings up this, but did they changed the theme song a little bit, right, Ray? Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't know much about it at all because I'm not who they called. Nobody called me.
Oh,
if
dang
you can
it.
believe that.
Who are they going to
I
call?
saw the film 3 or 4 days ago, and you're going to love the film. It's actually wonderful. It's really, really good. And the way I describe it, the first film is a perfect apple. The second, this new film is a perfect orange, but it's different. One's an apple, one's an orange. So you got to enjoy both of them.
Okay, all right. So why on earth would they not call the person that pretty much made Ghostbusters the staple? That's my question.
I have no idea, but I wish you'd find out for me. You know, they got all these geniuses at these big companies. And I say, well, why wouldn't you call the guy who had something and, came up with the line, who you going to call? So I guess they don't know who to call.
Well, here's the thing, with the new movie that's out.
Well, it's an all-female Ghostbuster cast.
I totally get that, but you know that people are going to walk into the theater and they're going to be saying, "Well, who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?" Right. I guarantee you. And I mean, it's just it just blows me away. It just completely blows me away. But
yeah. So I did get one surprise because I heard my music wasn't in the film at all, and they actually play my version of the song for about 10 seconds in the film.
Oh, okay. In the beginning or where at?
Near the beginning of the film.
Okay.
They actually play the original version for about 10 seconds.
All right.
And then they bust into the new version. Dang, Ray.
I mean, if you want my opinion, I think they need more of the original versions. The new versions are great too. They should have that in there, but I think they should have played a little longer. But I'm partial, so what can I say? Anytime somebody say, "What do you think?" You need more of my face and you need more of me, of course.
Okay, so I have to ask you, how many times that you're just out and about, do people just walk up and that's the first thing they say to you? Who are you going to call?
Absolutely. All day, every day, no matter where I am.
Yeah.
People are always saying that. They apologize for it, but they say they can't resist.
They just can't help it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing I would say if I walked up to you on the street. I'd be like, "Hey, it's Ray Parker. Who are you going to call? Come on."
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem at all. I love it.
So how does it feel? I know you got a couple years ago, you got your Hollywood Walk of Fame, the star. How does that feel to have one of those?
Well, for me, that's the biggest thing, the biggest honor that I could have received. Because when I was 16, 17 years old, I came to Hollywood just to visit for the first time. And all I did was walk up and down Hollywood Boulevard several times, looking at each and every single star, thinking, wow, wouldn't it be nice to be a Hollywood star? I mean, the word star comes from Hollywood.
Right.
I mean, that's where it is. So if you have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you are a true Hollywood star.
So what is the process? I mean, I've always wondered that because I've walked down.
So he showed up in L.A. with a dream, just like so many do, but you actually made it, and you hooked up with some pretty cool people like Barry White, and I remember seeing you on American Bandstand and Soul Train and all that stuff back in the day. So those were good times. Do you think it was easier to become famous or a superstar then than it is now?
I don't know. I've never actually tried to become famous. What I really love doing is playing music. And I'm a musician. I've done it all my life. So my goal from the beginning was just to make really good music.
So give us a day with Ray Parker Jr. What do you do? I mean, what exactly would you do in just a normal day?
Well, first of all, I got 4 sons, so I got to talk to all of them every day. I get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm either going to work out with the trainer or I'm going to play tennis or both. And I'll try to get at least an hour and a half or 2 hours of tennis in every single day. And I'm working out with a trainer at least 2 or 3 times a week, lifting weights, push-ups, sit-ups, stretching, that sort of thing. And then I'll go into the office and pay my bills because I like to write all my own checks and read my own mail, do that stuff. And then I spend the rest of the day like you guys who be fooling around with the cell phones.
Okay, so that brings me to my next topic. Are you onto this whole Pokemon? Are you onto this whole Pokemon thing?
The Pokemon Go.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get into that video. So I have not enough time, especially right now, to start playing Pokemon on myself.
Okay. All
Ray,
right.
do you do Facebook or Twitter? Are you into that at all?
I actually do Facebook and Twitter. Instagram cuts my pictures off. So I
Oh,
don't do as much of that.
That-
It changes
oh.
the size of my pictures or something.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
What do you like better, Facebook or Twitter?
Well, I got mine connected. My son connected it, so when I tweet, it goes to my Facebook too.
Oh, okay.
So I like that.
Isn't it
But
funny
I
how we?
think I use, if I'm reading something, I haven't figured out how to read it on Twitter yet. So I read it on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's easier for me to tell what's going on.
Oh, trust me, we're right there with you. I'm trying to figure out Twitter myself, and it's like too much code. It's like people are talking
Yeah.
in code. I
It's
can't
like, where
understand
was
it.
the thing I just posted? Where did it go? It's hard to figure out.
We're not alone.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I know you're a huge, you've written a lot of music for a lot of different artists, big hits for them. Are you still writing music? Is that what you're doing these days? I mean, obviously.
Yes, I'm making a new album called 1983 that I'll have before the end of the year, along with a new book. I'm writing that too with my best friend. He's going to tell the story. So there's a lot of activity going on. I'm even building a new studio next door to my house, so I don't have to go outside anymore. You know, it's dangerous to go outside.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Okay,
A little
perfect.
more.
Perfect.
And my kids are playing music, so I want to have a recording studio where they can go in and make their records too.
Wow, that is awesome.
That's awesome. Well, good for you, Ray Parker.
You know, I got my 16 to 18 year old, one's going to college in Nashville to do music, and I looked at him and I said, son, shouldn't you have done a Ghostbusters version of your dad's song while you're like in the last year? Did that occur to you?
Yeah.
Right? So he was like,
No.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a good idea, Dad. I said, okay. All that private school, all that thousands of dollars spent on private school for these kids to go college and everything, and he couldn't think any more than that. That's what he just came up with.
That's awesome.
How it
That
is, Ray.
Great.
All right, Ray Parker Jr., everybody, again, Ghostbusters. So we're looking for a new album and book from you towards the end of the year.
That's right.
Awesome.
Coming to a theater near you.
All right, perfect. Well, we're going to look for your song, the first part of the new Ghostbusters movie that's going to be coming out. Now, you've had a chance to see it. You recommend it. It's again, apples and oranges. So keep that in mind.
It's really good and entertaining. They did a great job.
All right, well, perfect. Always an honor having you on the show, sir. We love you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Have
There
a
he
good
is.
one.
All right. Okay, so
I have the new version. Do you guys want to hear it real quick?
Do you have it right now?
Yeah, I got it right now.
Please, yeah, I want to hear it
Let me
because
hit play.
All right, because I
See.
really am curious.
Okay, here you go.
Okay,
Pop me up here. This is the new version versus the cool Ray Parker version.
so I wonder if it gets money because it's kind of based on the same thing.
Mm-hmm.